first collect. Ekwecha ha gbara ha woto ha zụrụ mkpori aga mere ha ebere ha wụ ndị oshi kidnappers Nigeria so were gbanwe ha gburugburu. We are not Nigeria. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. I'm Biafra. Ganga nne nwanyị ka ibie. Nne nwanyị na-azụ ụmụ ya. Nne nwanyị na-achọ na-azụ nwa. Nne nwanyị leleta ụmụ ya. Ganga ngọ yiri ha. O mere ha ịwa. Ganga o mere ha ịwa. Ọ na-eme eshiri ọnwụ after Ogbunigwe gbachara ahụ after gbara ahụ ihe niile agbara ahụ ihe shirikwa ọnwụ ka ha bata stilikwe ha kọletara woto ha kọletara woto n'aka ụmụ Biafra soldiers ha kọletara ya na steeti Moro n'ede ụmụ Biafra army no dey fear them. We no dey fear them. The only Biafra we need. We are not a Nigeria. I got one Nigeria for one day. I got watch on Thunder fire them, mama, them papa. I'm big down. Ede afọ ọnụ onye oshi ịbịara ka ịbịa bịa zuo ihe ndị eji ezu n'akụ. Ịbịara ka ịbịa bịa zukwuo ihe ndị izufuru akụ. Ịbịara ka ịbịa bịa wakwuo ụlọ ndị akụ ịgbawa ọkụ. Ka ịbịa gbachapụkwuo ya ọkụ. Onwezi ụlọ fọrọ ala akụ. Ede afọ ọnụ ịsa ede afọ ọnụ ahụ ọnụ ga-efọcha achịcha. Ahụ ọnụ gị ga-efọcha achịcha. Thunder ga-agbagbu gị. Thunder go fire your generation. Ede afọ ọnụ. Thunder fire you, your papa and your mama, your generation. Ị ga-adị ndụ n'ime ala Biafra na. Ị ga-adị ndụ na Biafra na at all. Ndị zu na ị ga-eso ha ala obodo. Ị ga-akwapụla ala Biafra. Ala Biafra ga-echewu. Mmụọ na ala Biafra ga-echewu. Sofa ị na-eri nri n'ala Biafra. Ị na-aṅụ mmiri n'ala Biafra. Ị na-agbada ụkwụ n'ala Biafra ụkwụ. Ala Biafra ga-echewu. Ala Biafra ga-echewu leke. Ọ ga-echewu lori. Ọ ga-echewu afọ, ọ ga-echewu na nkwụ. Ahịa n'ụbọchị na-anọ ala Biafra ga-echewu. Ala ekwecha ya. Ga Ogbunigwe la ha n'iyi. Ogbunigwe la ha n'iyi. Ọcha. Ọ nga. Amọta ka ole ka unu toyirela. Amọta ka ole ka unu dọkwala. Ihe a na-eme unu. Unu bịa ezu ụmụ Biafra oshi. Ma unu nwa ma ụmụ Biafra, ụmụ Igbo n'ekpọrọ onwe ha ndị Igbo. Na-eshulu ukwu eri nri. Na-eshulu ukwu na-eri nri. Ede ahụ na-edisivụgharị unu. Ma anụ ọhịa ibi ya kogheri ya ihe ọ kogheri ya. Emekwe ya eke. Agbakwa ya egbe. O burukwe akwụkwọ lisi. Dastiv ka oshiri ewu. Thunder fire you, fire your generation. Thunder agbagbuo. Ede ahụ ọ na-edi ewu. Si bịa nwere ka ụmụ Chukwu ji si wee kwado. Si bịa nwere ka ụmụ Chukwu si wee nụrụ. Si bịa nwere otu ụmụ Biafra si agagha. Ga-eji wa ya bata. Palekwecha ya nga Ogbunigwe. Nga Ogbunigwe lakwa ha n'iyi. Lekwe ya. Ogbunigwe kwuru okwu. Material kwuru okwu. Ọ sụrụ azụ yesterday. Woto lekwecha ya. Lekwe ya. Lekwe ya. Ọcha nke Ogbunigwe. Gbarisecha ahụ. Ọ nke Ogbunigwe gbarisecha ahụ. Lekwe ya. Lekwe ya. Ogbunigwe sọrọ ha ụkwụ. Ogbunigwe mere ha ịwa yesterday. He received the woto. N'aka ụmụ Biafra. Pa ndị mpa. Lekwe ya. Ha ga-abịa macha n'ihu. Unu ga-abịa ma n'ihu. Ebe niile ma ọhịa ebe niile wụ Ogbunigwe na ebe niile. And ready for unu. We dey ready. Unu ga-ahụ ife unu na-erula akụ. Amọdụ niile ha ga-agwụsịcha. Thunder fire unu. Nga ke tọnụ. After ndị ko ne na-azụ. Receive ya. Hot. Open ihu. Gola ekili ahụ road. Thunder fire am.
Breaking news. Briggy, Biafran Republic government in exile vows to appeal Simon Ekpa's prison sentence as they have come out to claim that Finland called Nigeria are scared of Biafra independence. And if you ask me, I will say that is true, because in reality have shown that they, the Finnish authority and international community, not just the Finnish authorities, international communities, some powerful countries are scared of, a country from Africa, a country as powerful as Biafra gaining their full independence. But without wasting much of your time, let us go straight up to this particular news. Before we give you the important information we need to give you today, the news in detail. The Biafran Republic government in exile has said the Finland court and Nigeria are scared of Biafra. The reason for his Prime Minister Simon Ekpa's CCA jail sentence. This comes as the Biafran Republic government in exile Briggy vowed to appeal the sentence on Simon Ekpa, the acting Prime Minister of Biafran Republic government in exile. One of the acting Prime Minister, because as it stands, we have two different Prime Ministers and two different factions. So one of the Prime Minister, has disclosed this in an official statement on Thursday. He said, in his words, this comes after the Parihamn District Court in Finland, a court on Monday, September 1st, 2025, handed Ekpa a 6 years imprisonment jail term for terrorism-related offenses. The sentence had attracted reaction from the Nigerian government and the Nigerians in the last 48 hours. And up till now, so many people are still reacting to that. And, the reality is that despite the fact that the zoo government are claiming that they are happy, but the reality will soon dawn on them very soon. Let us continue with the news. However, the Biafran Republic government in exile Briggy under Nkere has described the Finland court judgment as a biased conclusion of judicial authority controlled by pressure from above. It stated that judgment is devoid of clarity between legitimate political activism, global free speech, and terrorism. According to the Biafran Republic government in exile, Ekpa was convicted by the Finnish court primarily for his social media activities advocating for Biafran independence over decades of marginalization post-Nigeria's civil war. The Biafran Republic government exile faulted the Finnish court's position that Ekpa's online posts were public incitement to commit crimes for terrorist purposes. According to the Biafran Republic government in exile, he disagreed with the Finnish court's assertion that Ekpa's equipped group with weapons, explosives, and ammunition through his network, noting that such a stance lacks circumstantial evidence and the rhetorics is influenced by pressure from the Nigerian government. The Biafran Republic government in exile said that it would mount pressure in Washington, D.C., United States of America over Biafran independence. And as I'm talking to you, the information that got to us is that they have already, started going to Washington, D.C. concerning this whole issue of Biafran independence. And it will be talked in few days in their meeting, in their cabinet meeting. But let us continue with this particular information. Now that Europe understands clearly our case, we shall mount more pressure in Washington, D.C. We will appeal this court verdict, and our Prime Minister will join us later. Convicting the Biafran independence icon, Simon Ekpa Njoku, is guilty of committing terrorism offenses because of standing up for the voices of over 18 million Biafrans yearning for Biafran independence restoration. Is a shame to Finland integrity. The Biafran Republic government in exile, being the legal entity of Biafran independence, wishes to tell Biafrans globally that we have recorded another victory in European region. If you fight for the independence and the country you are fighting against don't gang up against you or get scared of you, then it means you have not started yet. Nigerian got scared of Biafran independence to the point that they had to call on all international communities to stop Biafran abroad from hosting media discussions about Biafran independence. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a Biafran leader, was kidnapped in Kenya by Nigerian government because of the fear of Nigerian against Biafra independence. Amnesty International recorded that Nigeria Army unalived over 150 peaceful IPOB members in 2016 and over 1,000 were unalived between 2023 to 2025. All these reports are available in the social media. And even coming to that, I am still baffled and surprised that the report of the Amnesty International is not being looked at by the so-called international communities. And it is painful that Finland did not take that report seriously. A report coming from international community, from Amnesty International for that matter, a very powerful organization, a very powerful human rights organization, gave with evidence how the Nigerian army has unalived a lot of innocent Biafran, unarmed Biafran for that matter. And yet, the focus of the world, the focus of Finland, is to bring down Simon Ekpa for social media comments, claiming that his comment incited, act of terrorism, leading to the unaliving of so many. But we are coming to that. Finland on different occasions, failed the world, and their integrity has been brought to shambles. But let us round up with the news. Now, he said, at this point, the Biafran Independence Declaration call has been heard in European court. They are now aware of what Biafra means. Every Biafran should be happy that we have come this far, reaching out to the International European Commission through the imprisonment of our brigade leader, Simon Ekpa Njoku. Biafrans will increase momentum in making sure that our sovereignty is regained after this great victory in Finland, with Nigeria working together. Brigade Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is just our voice and eye to the world, while Biafrans back home will restore Biafra fully. We are ready. Now that Europe understands our case clearly, we shall mount more pressure in Washington, D.C. The Biafran Republic government in exile will appeal this court verdict, and our Prime Minister will join us late. He finally said the Päijät-Häme District Court in Finland has sentenced Simon Ekpa, a former Lati councillor, to 6 years in prison after convicting him of terrorism-related crimes, aggravated tax fraud, and breaching Finland Lawyers Act. Well, you have heard and you know what this whole thing entails and how it's going to end. For those of you who still feel that the zoo have won, over Simon Ekpa. For those of you who feel that they have defeated Simon Ekpa in court, you're wasting your time, because it is just a matter of time. The whole world will mount pressure in Finland, because Finland has actually disappointed a lot of people, coming out from a country who is known, for defending the freedom of others, a country who got their own, independence the same way and same manner in which Biafrans are fighting for theirs. It is actually shameful that they had to rebel this young man just because of their gain from the zoo government. But at the end, it's as simple as that. At the end, victory will come for the freedom of Biafrans. Thank you once again for joining us on this wonderful YouTube channel. Do not forget to do the needful by sharing this video and information to every Biafran, so that they will know the stand that we are in, and that they will know that we are not giving up on the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko. God bless you.
Breaking news. Soludo's private terrorist organization on alive 4 innocent Igbo traders in main market Onitsha. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 9th of September 2025, and I have breaking information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. Soludo has unalived 4 innocent Igbo traders in Onitsha. Today, 9th of September 2025, I have a video for you. Everything that I'm going to read here and whatever that I will say moving forward, I have a video to prove it, to show you exactly what happened today in Onitsha main market. And I'll be playing that very video after I'm done reading the article from Punch newspaper Nigeria. There is a reason why I will have to read this from a Zoom media platform before playing the authentic video for you. I'll tell you the reason as we proceed. Now, according to their title, they said here, Anambra Task Force allegedly shoot an unalive 4 in Onitsha market. There is nothing like allegedly here, because I have a video to prove it. I have the video, and as a matter of fact, the video is already flying all over the social media as we speak. Now, you can see the date, 9th September 2025. This is a breaking news. Let us read in full details. There was pandemonium near the ever-busy axis of Emekofo Plaza or Onitsha main market on Tuesday, which is today, when operatives of the Operation Clean and Healthy Anambra Brigade, otherwise known as Ocha Brigade, this is a different organization, a different terror group on its own, not Agone Chamber, not Udogache, not AVG, not Ndiakodo. This one is called Ocha Brigade. I'm not sure if any of you is aware of this. Soludo is busy arming criminals to go after innocent citizens. Are you aware that there's another armed group called Ocha Brigade, and they are armed? Soludo, anyway, let's continue. They say allegedly open fire. Like as I said before, there is nothing like allegedly there. I have the video which I'll be playing moving forward. Now, open fire, leaving no fewer than 4 people, including a pregnant woman, dead. Including Nwanyị dị ime, egburu Nwanyị dị ime today. This is a clarion call. It is a wake-up call that anybody in Onitsha, this is an opportunity for every individual living in Onitsha to end the menace and terrorism of Soludo in Anambra State. This is an opportunity. You cannot sweep this under the carpet. You cannot keep quiet, because Soludo has the police and the army in his control. This is an opportunity, because this is not the first time Soludo is terrorizing innocent people or even unaliving innocent people. The more we keep quiet, the more Soludo's terrorism continues in Anambra. This is the time that everybody, be you man or woman, all business people in Anambra State, especially in Onitsha, to shut down the entire Onitsha. Of course, I know everybody in Onitsha is either you are a businessman or woman, or you are a worker, or even a booty ife. Because all especially all of you that live in Onitsha, if you fail to do something, Soludo will continue to terrorize you and unalive you. Today, it is 4 people. You don't know who. Even those 4 people that have been unalive today, when they woke up early in the morning today, leaving their house, they never knew that they were not going to come back alive. They never knew that Soludo was going to kill them today. And up till now, there has been no any official statement from Oka. Soludo cannot say he has not heard it. Soludo cannot say he's not aware. That is the reason why it is important for me to read it from Punch Nigeria. Punch Nigeria, all the way from Lagos and Abuja, they already have the news. But Soludo in Oka cannot say that he's not aware. And he's the so-called chief security officer of the state. Now, let us continue reading. Eyewitnesses near the scene said the incident created panic and outrage among traders and residents who fled the scene for safety. People who are supposed to besiege that very scene of event gather those criminals. How many are there? This is main market where you have hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions. So how many are they going to unalive? How many people are they going to shoot? You circle them, disarm them, and set them ablaze. Yes, because they are terrorists, they are criminals. You don't just go about shooting innocent people because you have guns, because Soludo gave you guns and send you to go and terrorize innocent citizens, and you are going about terrorizing them through. If their job is simply task force to make sure that the state is clean, why are you arming them? Why must you give them arms? Since their job is just to make sure that the state is clean, why are they carrying arms up and down? This is a question that Soludo need to come out and answer the Anambra indigenes. Now, its activities include clearing illegal structures, enforcing proper waste disposal, ensuring roads remain clear of obstructions like roadside trading, and confiscating product from illegal businesses. You see, in a state where you have over 80% unemployed indigenes by the government, and you have about 95% of the indigenes living in abject poverty, then wagadi wine ga bakotasia umu ife no ne di mkpuru ife no ne mapụta ka ọbịa gba mbọ gote nwa obele ife ya la ụmụaka ya yeli. Idunye your thugs, your terrorist group, they will go and confiscate that small business that very old woman has managed to organize for herself to sell and get some few naira in order to buy food for her and her children. Your terror gangs will go and beat her up and confiscate her goods. And you did not give her job as a so-called government. You didn't give her job. You didn't provide anything for her. But you people are busy sharing money in Oka. And people are keeping quiet till now. This thing happened today, and people are keeping quiet. Now, they continue. An eyewitness near the scene and a trader in the market who identified herself simply as Chiwendu said, the incident occurred this morning as some traders were displaying their wares. The operatives of Ocha Brigade came to the place and forcefully ordered them to remove their wares. This led to some altercations between the traders and the operatives. And in the process of dragging their wares with the traders, the Onitsha Brigade operatives opened fire and started shooting in the air. It was not in the air. It was not in the air. I will tell you why. Now, they said this led to pandemonium as people, including traders and passerby, scampered to safety. Now, I'm going to tell you why it was never in the air. When you shoot in the air, the bullet goes up to the highest level that it could reach and then fall back down to earth. Right? So, when it's falling, remember it does not fall at that same place. But these people who were unalive today were unalive in that same spot. Are you paying attention? You are going to see more proof to what I'm saying now. You see more proof here, not tomorrow. Here, now. So when the bullet is, coming back down to earth, it loses its strength and power. The power you were pour from the, from the airway, or lose all the power and the strength. So even though it hits someone in the head, it's not going to unalive that person. It can scratch your body, it can scratch your head, but it's not going to unalive you because the strength is no longer there. Are you paying attention? The strength is no longer there. Now, they said here, this is heartbreaking. As a result of the shooting, 4 innocent people who left their homes this morning were shot by stray bullets. You see? Now, it is not straight bullet. Stray bullet is when there is sporadic shooting and unfortunately, if you are unfortunate enough, you'll be caught in the crossfire. So if I borrow stray bullet, if it's a stray bullet, a gun shot in the air can never be a stray bullet. Stray bullet level ground. Unfortunately, Otogo, or if I not stray bullet, can never. If you see, they have already exposed themselves here, even though as they try to cover up. Stray bullet can never be a gun shot in the air. Straight nani. Or when weto onye na-eso n'ife a na-eme onye aka ya dị ọcha onye na-ama ọdị ife na-aganụ. That is what is called stray bullets. You understand? So the Soludo's terrorist gang came to Onitsha market today and they unalive 4 innocent Igbo traders, including a pregnant woman. Now, this is heartbreaking. As a result of the shooting, 4 innocent people who left their homes this morning were shot by stray bullets. Among them is a pregnant woman and 3 others. Their lifeless bodies were later carried away by police operatives who arrived at the scene. The development has fueled widespread anger, with the traders lamenting how operatives of the Onitsha Brigade have been terrorizing them at the market. You see, terrorizing them. Have been terrorizing them. I'm not the one who said it. This word is not from me. How Onitsha Brigade has been terrorizing them in the market. Soludo Nazum, the terrorist. Soludo is a commander of 4 terror groups in Onitsha, in Anambra State as a whole. So anybody that is supporting Soludo, all these content creators supporting Soludo, in fact, all of you, Soludo ya sabucho nuncha ni n'afọ. Afọ ya sabucho nuncha. All you content creators in Anambra State and the entire Igbo land, collectively from these governors, these criminals, these criminal governors. You see, in fact, our people should be boycotting whatever these useless content creators are doing on social media. Our people should start boycotting them, because you cannot be collecting money from terror gang leaders like Soludo, Hope Uzodimma and Co. And then you see that they are unaliving innocent citizens, and you are still supporting them on social media. Shame on all of you. Afo sabuko no chanine. ego unu na-alụ Soludo ya tokwa unu afọ unu na-eli ego ọbara because ị chọrọ ịnọ ọfụma, ị chọrọ ịnọrọ ọfụma. Somebody na-arụ anị na-akpa arụ, ị na-asọpọt ya na social media, arụ sokwa unu ncha niile. Ndị Igbo kwesịrị boycott any of these content creator na-alụ ego n'aka Soludo pụta na-eto ya na social media. Boycott them all. They are all evil. All ha na-egbuchachi ndị be anyị ife a. Terrorist group bunyefe egbe abịa na-agbagbuchi ụmụazị Igbo na-emere onwe ha business ya. You are a terrorist. Now, when contacted on the development, the spokesman for the Anambra State Police Command, Tochukwu Ikenga, confirmed the incident, saying that the situation is under control and calm has returned to the market. Why not? How come we not return in the market? How? Why? When 4 bodies are already taken away, innocent people for that matter. Why not? What else are we expecting to hear from you? A terrorist police at that matter. They say, although we have not got the full details, we have a report that some security officers, while carrying out their functions, opened fire, and this led to the unaliving of 3 persons, including a pregnant woman. Remember that. The situation is under control and calm has been restored to the market. We will provide more details as soon as we get the full details of the incident, Ikenga added. I'm telling all the traders, Onitsha especially, shut down Onitsha ASAP. From tomorrow morning, within 1 week, add more than the life when you lose tomorrow. Because if you do not end it now, Soludo will continue to terrorize all of you. You must shut down Onitsha. If it's too much on our march at Walker, let Soludo know that if you do not disband all these 4 terror groups, Agune Chamber, Operation Udogachi, Ndiakodo, AVG, and this, Ocha Brigade, Fancha Buchebe, Nabawusio Mazigo. You must shut down Onitsha and tell Soludo if you do not disband these terrorists, then there shall be no business in Onitsha. Within 1 week, even 1 week. If you don't see response, then Ungwago next time call me a fool. But if watching Katie because of your business is more important to you. You don't know. Watch the video. To salo no mozia and make it go viral.
Mmadụ atụkwa na Onitsha ahụ na Anambra steeti ahụ. Mmadụ atụkwa na-atọ n'ụwa nke mmadụ pụta ibe na Anambra ahụ. Kedu ibe anyị fụrụ Soludo n'ọchịchị ya? Kedu ibe anyị fụrụ Soludo n'ebe a? Otu ọnụ ka agbagbu mmadụ eto na ebe market Onitsha. Mmadụ eto ma ndị mmadụ na-akụ. Otu nke naanị September
Alume. Aya ti wi fo onu o. Ndi